attracting unavailable men. If this is you, watch till the end. Why do we attract unavailable men? Why does a cycle keep repeating itself? And an unavailable man doesn't always have to be a man who doesn't want a relationship, who doesn't want a commitment, who is committed already, right? An unavailable man can even be someone you married. So what happens is we maybe have grown up in trauma, in chaos, or we had an unavailable parent, right? Or an unavailable caregiver. And our ego, our ego self is used to that. It's used to that pattern. It feels familiar. So we keep attracting the same scenario, and we will keep attracting the same scenario until we actually dive and dig deep within us to figure out which part of us feels unworthy, feels lack, because attracting anything unavailable comes from a lack mindset, feeling not good enough, feeling it's the best you can do, feeling, oh my God, I'm so scared to be lonely, so you know what, I'll settle for the breadcrumbs, I'll settle for the 1 text a day, 2 texts a day, or I'll see you when I can see you. But the truth is, it doesn't feel good, right? It doesn't feel good because what you want is someone, deep down, you crave a person that's going to be there for you all the time. Be there for you when you need them, when your needs need to be met. Someone that can see you, that can hear you, and that can validate you and validate your needs, right? But sometimes we end up settling for the bare minimum. And let me tell you one thing that I used to do, and sometimes I'm guilty of it too. Try and teach the person how to love us. Big mistake. Don't fucking do that. Do not try and teach the person that you love how to love you. It's not that they don't want to. Maybe they just don't know how, right? I do not like the saying, if they wanted to, they would. Because again, that isn't always the case. Some people just can't give you what they don't have, right? And the reason why you attract an unavailable, I have attracted an unavailable man is because I was unavailable to myself. I never knew tools on how to sit with myself, self-soothe my inner child that felt abandoned, that felt not good enough, and was not patient, and the fear of being lonely. So again, it doesn't mean if you're lonely, the correct words that I've heard. It does not mean if you're thirsty, drink poison. I love it. It is true, right? When you heal, you will attract the right people into your life, because when you're unhealed, even when you attract the most amazing person, most amazing partner, you're going to self-sabotage because you need that chaos, right? You're used to that chaos. You're used to that instability. You're used to having an unavailable parent or whatever it is, however you grew up, or just to have that message that I can't do better than this, right? That lack mentality. Or maybe you've been single for a rather long time and someone comes along, shows you attention, all your friends are in relationships, all of them are married. So you know what? I'm just going to be with this person, okay, because just to say I have a partner, it's better than not having one, right? Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You will feel more lonely, right? You're trying to run away from loneliness. But as the saying goes, if you feel lonely alone, you are in the wrong company. You've got to feel happy alone. You've got to be your own best friend. You've got to love yourself. And you've got to learn how to sit with those feelings, that fear, that abandonment wound that comes up, that feeling of not being good enough, right? And you have to find that little girl or little boy within you that felt alone and actually self-parent, reparent yourself Because what happened to you in your childhood, whatever it was that you experienced, is not your fault. It isn't your fault. But what are you going to do about it now in your adulthood? What is the solution? The solution is shadow work, guys. Get yourself a life coach, get yourself a therapist, and start learning how to love yourself, practicing self love tools, yoga, meditate, journal. Again, just about journaling. There's a way to journal, right? Journaling isn't always the most helpful tool because you could be journaling negative things over and over again, creating that same negative fucking pathway in your brain that you don't need. So it's how you journal. So when you journal, you can write down things like what you're not going to settle for anymore. And you got to be really clear, guys. If you want to manifest a man or a woman that's going to love you, you have got to love you. You have got to be available for you. The reason why we have been attracting unavailable men is because we've been unavailable to ourselves to sit with ourselves. How is anyone going to validate you and your feelings if you can't be vulnerable with yourself and sit in your deepest, darkest shadows and hold yourself through it? And it's not comfortable. It is not comfortable. So I'm not going to sit here and sell you roses and tell you lies. It's not comfortable. It is fucking uncomfortable, but it is the only actual way that you can heal, is to actually sit with those feelings, sit with them, look at them, feel them, love them. The cure is in the pain. And if you would like more guidance on these tools, you can message me and you can book a session with me. You can even have a free 30-minute session with me so that I can see if you're ready for this journey, because I have an 8-week course, right? And it will take about 10 weeks. It's 8 modules, but it will take 10 weeks. I'll explain on the call why. And all it takes is commitment and actually just doing the work. And I promise you, there's nothing like you're too old or too young to find the right person. When you feel good inside, the right people will gravitate towards you. So, sending you lots of love. If you're ready to be the best version of yourself and start getting the man that you want to have or the woman that you want to have, and stop attracting unavailable people and break that trauma bond and detach from anything that does not feel safe, right? And is creating your inner child to scream, holla at your girl. Bye for now.